Hello, welcome to BioGrades TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. How Niger Republic got independence. While Niger is today an independent country, having been colonized by France, the story surrounding France's bid to colonize Niger is smeared with blood, rape, and senseless destruction, primarily perpetuated by two French officers, Voulet and Julien Chanoine. Their ruthless attempt at conquering the Niger is known as the Voulet-Chanoine expedition. The expedition of Voulet and Chanoine to explore the territory between the Niger and Lake Chad and put the area under French protection had faced significant resistance, especially from Queen Sarraounia in the Battle of Lougou in 1899. While most of the chiefs in Niger submitted to French power with little resistance, Sarraounia mobilized her army to confront the French forces who had attacked her fortress capital of Lougou. When she and her fighters were overwhelmed by the superior firepower of the French, they retreated tactically from the fortress and engaged the attackers in a prolonged guerrilla battle, which eventually forced the French to abandon their quest to subdue her. Nevertheless, they took their revenge by killing all the inhabitants of the village of Benin-Koni, which numbered in their thousands. This is regarded as one of the worst massacres in French colonial history. Besides the resistance from Queen Sarraounia, the Tuareg groups in the region also gave some significant resistance to the French. By 1922, however, all resistance to colonial rule had been subdued and Niger became a French colony. France administered her West African colonies through a governor-general at Dakar in Senegal, while governors administered the individual territories, including Niger. In the late 1940s, by virtue of the French Constitution of 1946, some restructuring of France's overseas territories had begun to take place. For instance, a limited form of French citizenship was conferred on the inhabitants of the territories. There was also allowances for a local advisory assembly in Niger, which allowed for participation in politics, although at limited levels. The Nigerian Progressive Party, which was the Nigerian section of the African Democratic Rally Party, was founded in May 1946. This party served to unite the various Nigerian people in their quest for national independence. With the support of some progressive French elements and other independent African movements, the political movements were able to achieve the suppression of forced labor and other arbitrary requisitions, as well as secure legal equality between the African and the French citizens. A further revision in the organization of overseas territories took place with the passage of the Overseas Reform Act on the 23rd of July, 1956. This was followed by reorganizational measures implemented by the French Parliament early in 1957. A further revision in the organization of overseas territories took place with the passage of the Overseas Reform Act on the 23rd of July, 1956. This was followed by reorganizational measures implemented by the French Parliament early in 1957. In addition to taking out voting inequalities, these laws provided for creation of governmental organs which gave individual territories a measure of self-government over domestic matters such as health, education, and infrastructure. After the establishment of the Fifth French Republic on the 4th of October 1958, the territories of French West Africa, of which Niger was part, were given the right to hold a referendum to decide their continued membership in the French community, a modified form of the French Union which permitted some limited self-government and was seen as a path to eventual independence. On the 4th of December, such a referendum was held in Niger to determine whether to remain in the French community or not. The outcome was dependent on two main political blocs of the Territorial Assembly, the Nigerian Progressive Party (PPN), headed by Hamani Diori, who was also the Deputy Speaker of the Assembly, and the Socialist African Movement, also known as Sawaba, led by the majority leader of the Assembly, Jibo Bakari. The PPN voted a yes to remain in the French community, while the Jibo's bloc voted no. Shortly after the referendum, elections also held for the assembly seats. When the result of both elections were confirmed 12 days after the referendum, the PPN defeated the Sawaba group with 358,000 yes votes and 54 assembly seats. Sawaba garnered just 98,000 no votes and won only 4 seats in the assembly. 2 days later, on the 18th of December 1958, Niger declared itself a republic within the French community, and the Territorial Assembly became the Constituent Assembly. With the victory at the elections, Diori's standing with the French became very favorable. Between 1959 and 1960, the French government banned all political parties in Niger except the PPN, making Niger a one-party state. On the 11th of July 1960, Niger decided it was time to leave the French community and got full independence on the 3rd of August 1960 with Hamani Diori as its prime minister. Later in November, Diori was elected as the first president of Niger by the National Assembly. What have we missed out of this history? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.